What harmful things are being taught to children? Being wrong is bad. That's why many people don't change their mind when they were given trustable sources. They don't want to be wrong. If you want to always be right, change your mind. CGP Grey. I always say, being right is the most important thing. It is more important to me that I am right, than it is that I was right. No is a bad word. It's a strong word but not a bad one. I could never tell an adult no, growing up, because it was a rude word. Hey, wanna do this very legal thing? No. Hey, that's a bad word, you shouldn't use it. Kids are starting social media so early these days, and I think that's very dangerous because it puts a lot of pressure on the kid to attribute their worth to their social media success. I also think parents are way too open with their social media when it comes to their kids, and it's totally a violation of the child's privacy, of which some parents will never admit. The amount of parents I see on social media just sharing everything that happens in their child's life is astounding. Maybe Bobby doesn't want everyone to know that tried out for the school play but he didn't make it. That may not be a big deal to you, but Bobby might be really upset right now, and having everyone his mom knows giving opinions on the subject probably won't help. Some of my friends might think I'm crazy, but I don't put any of my child's pictures on social media. I really don't need Facebook having facial recognition of them from birth on. I also don't think it's fair to put up a bunch of pictures without their consent. Teaching them that it's not okay to fail. Some people need a little more time than others. It's okay to not get something now. Kids should be given more time to process things. Imagine having a poor grade because of a low score from the beginning of the year. How can we show children that it's not pass or fail, it's try and improve? When I was really little, my parents made sure that I knew failure was not an option. I did kind of follow what they said, but I think that screwed me up later in life though. And if kids go into software development, or many other fields, to be honest, they are going to struggle with the agile methodology of fail often, fail fast, fail better. They can become perfectionists, which runs very counter to a fast-changing, quick-delivering culture. Perfection is the enemy of done. To repress their emotions. It will only cause them to bottle them up and accumulate them to the point of exploding in an instant. I watched a sad video of a child from a third world country getting his foot scraped for chiggers. The man holding the camera, who I assume was the boy's father, kept saying to him it's wrong for a man to cry. Silent tears. It also might have been to keep the kid from screaming in the doctor's ear, but still, he was like 8. Accumulate them to the point of exploding in an instant. With work you can suppress even that, but you retain the same set of issues of repression in addition to new ones. No backtalk. Many adults use it as you're not allowed to challenge what I have to say. Makes sense if it's a cranky toddler being negative for negativity's sake, but suddenly older children can't question things or raise valid points of their own. Grew up with a parent who was a lawyer. I was always allowed to argue my point. There were many times where she still won because she was the parent in the situation. But she would always justify why, and I could always make my case. And sometimes I won too. My husband was raised to react when mom and dad say jump, you say how high. His parents still say jump and are now pissed that my husband is a grown-ass man and has his own family and ideas and needs, and they can't reconcile it. My parents stayed at my house for a few weeks while they closed on their new house, and this subject came up. I told them how stupid their mindset was to this, growing up, followed up by 20+ examples of times if they had listened to me as a kid we would not have been in shit situations. That they shouldn't question an adult. So true. Because of that logic, many kids think that every adult is responsable and trustworthy, when in reality it's clearly not the case. This is huge. Out of all of the things on questions like these, this resonates the most with me. An entire side of my family basically holds this "I don't talk to children" viewpoint. That's basically telling me that I have nothing of value to contribute because of my age, and it makes it extremely hard to actually want to reach out to them and have them be a part of my life. Well, that and a few other things. You do not have to play with everyone. There is a total lack of social accountability. If Laura is always cheating at tag, it's okay to not let her play. If little Billy throws sand in the sandbox, little Timmy does not have to play with him. Laura and Billy need to learn how to play appropriately. My son's preschool has a strict "you do not have to play if you don't want to" policy. No one has to play with anyone they don't want to play with. No one has to hug or touch anyone or be touched if they don't want it. No one has to share their toys or other school supplies if they aren't done with it. In fact, the preschool teacher will go over and referee and say, "Is Bobby done with the toy car? No? Then Mikey, you have to wait until he's done." It's pretty refreshing. I wanted to let you know there are new philosophies, and my son's preschool really strongly teaches body autonomy. Your body is your own and no one can touch it or make you do anything with it without your permission. This and the whole "we're all friends here" bullshit. I was told in elementary school that I had to hang out with specific people because I was obliged to be friends with them. We were all told that everyone was friends with everyone, which was complete BS. Happened to my son in middle school. A kid sucker punched my son. My son then fought back and pinned the kid against the wall. He has long arms, and punched him a few times. The school called me and my wife and told us our son was suspended. We went to the school and they said even though multiple witnesses as well as the kid said he threw the first punch, that the school had a zero tolerance policy, so our son would be suspended. We asked what the school believed our son should have done and they said he should just walk away. We told them that he would not be receiving any punishment at home and that the policy was fucked up. That's for their insurance policies. They don't give a damn what happens to the kids in that scenario as long as they don't get sued. The suspension was his reward for fighting. Here kids, take a vacation. Subscribe for more hot Reddit takes in your inbox, guaranteed.